Hey guys, what's up? Today Leon and I are working on a Seat Altea. This has a 2-liter FSI engine, which is a turbocharged engine, and we are going to replace the timing belt on it. It's pretty simple, but you need to get a lot of things out of the way, and Leon has already drained the coolant and get some bits and pieces out of the way, the wheel arch and stuff like that. And now we're going to show you the rest of the process so that you can do it yourself on your own car. This engine is the 2-liter FSI, as I said, and this is the engine which is in a Golf, a Touran, a Altea, and a lot of other engines from Volkswagen, Seat or Skoda. So let's get to it. First we remove the crankshaft pulley by removing the 4 bolts. And now you can take the pulley off by wiggling it a little bit. Now we are going to take off the engine mounts and get all of this plastic out of the way. The plastic cover on the bottom and on the top are held down with around 10 Torx bolts. Well, before we're going to take the engine mount off, in this case we jack up the engine, because we take off the alternator pulley, and this is the hook where you can attach a engine lift or something like that to keep the engine up. But in this case we need to take it off because we need to access the timing belt, and that's why you want to use a jack stand under the engine to keep it safe and not let it fall on the ground. So loosen the 4 bolts which holds the engine mount in place, take the engine mount away, and then there is a engine mount which is connected to your engine. This is attached with 3 bolts which we are going to loosen, and then we can take that mount off as well.
Er zit er vies onder hoor. Die zit loopt helemaal door.
Hij is veel onderweg. Ah, that was the trick. And it's gone.
Finally.
Now we are going to mark everything. That way we get the alignment exactly as it should be when we take it off and put everything back together. Cars do have factory markings, but this is a lot easier because you can see them clearly, and the factory markings are sometimes a little bit blurry or can be faded because it's an old car.
Another positive thing, if we get the new belt on it, we can mark the new belt exactly the same as the old belt. That way we know we have the exact same belt on it, not one extra teeth between or missing.
Let's continue. Next step after you've marked everything is to loosen the tensioner and look exactly which side it goes when you loosen the bolt, because you want to tension it exactly the same way. Go up.
Slightly loosen it and then watch which way it goes.
As you can see, this went to the left side counterclockwise, so when we're tightening it, we need to do it clockwise.
Watch this side. Loose, fasten.
As you can see, there's a clear difference. And now we can loosen the bolt, take the tension out of the way, get the belt out of the engine, and then put the new belt in. As you can see, the belt comes off very easily.
It's not exactly worn, but you have to change it every 100 kilometers, 100,000 kilometers.
Yes.
Watch how the alignment goes. It stays in here.
Well, next thing is take the water pump off, as I said, and Leon has marked it up a little bit more. And you can check the new parts from the outside and then take the old part off and check it again.
Compare it with the old one, please.
You want to make 100% sure and clear that it's exactly the same one. Get yourself a tire iron, and wiggle it off, but be careful. You can easily damage your alloy, and that's the reason why you need to put something under the car.
One old water pump, one new water pump.
And always compare them when they're loosened. This can differ a little bit because the plastic here can be different because there's a new type, but this should be exactly the same.
And most important, the sprocket has to be exactly the same.
As you can see, as a little precaution, Leon put some extra liquid gasket on it.
Just to secure a nice seal. Nice and shiny.
Around 25 Newton meters, something like that.
Yeah.
And Leon has a torque wrench in his wrist, so...
Listen.
Yeah.
Now the water pump is in place. Tighten up a lot better than before. We've marked everything a bit better just to clear it. Now we can put the belt in place and then replace the pulleys and the tensioner.
Well, Leon has a golden tip. Get a piece of cardboard, fold it, and then put it between the belt and the engine. That way the belt won't fall off the pulley.
And the marking alignment is perfect.
So let's go to the top. Well, this one went on pretty easily, but we still need to put some things back there and one there.
Volkswagen used very tight timing belts, so I always put the bearings last on it.
Otherwise it's very difficult to put the timing belt in place. As you can see, alignment is correct there, and the alignment is still correct on here. And as you can see, the piece of cardboard held everything in place perfectly.
Special tool, cost you around 500 bucks, way well spent. Now we can tension the belt like so, and then we can check everything if it's correctly placed. Now the most important part, just to check it,
rotate the engine
rotate your engine around 4 times because it's a 4-stroke. That's way easy to remember. And then you can always check if you fit it correctly. The alignment of the markings are not similar when you rotate it around 4 times, but the bottom one fits nice and easy on the engine, and the lower one on the pulley and the engine must be exactly the same. Don't forget to disconnect your special tool as well.
Your special cardboard tool, and that's a 19mm?
Yeah, 19.
Well, always rotate the engine clockwise, and you should feel the compression. As you can see, it goes very hard and then it just goes.
If you want to do this easier, remove the spark plugs.
A little bit more, ½ centimeter. Yes. And now it should be exactly the same on here. And
not bad for a first try. Look here and here. And look how the tensioner.
You can see this is perfect. And the tensioner is good as well. As you can see, as I said, the alignment on the belt isn't where it should be, but that's because you need to rotate the engine around 24 or 36 times or something like that.
No, 240 times I believe. You don't want to do that with the compression on it.
After you've checked that the timing is correct and everything is tightened down, you can put all the bits and pieces back in the same order as you disassembled it. Well, we start with the crankshaft pulley and then all the other bits and pieces. Well, now that we've put everything back together, we can put some nice shiny new coolant in. Get yourself a funnel, that way you won't spill everything on the car and lay on my hands.
Because it smells so lovely. Ja, klopt ja, dat vind ik zelfs met 2.
Well, we put everything back together. Leon is going to start the car. We've put coolant in the car, engine oil in the car because he did a oil service, and put everything back together, wheel liner, wheel, stuff like that. So now it's time to start the car. Well, as you can hear, it sounds as it should be. And a rough start was because there wasn't any oil in. It needs to pump all the oil through it. Well guys, and that's how you change the timing belt on a 2-liter FSI engine from the Volkswagen Group, which you can find in a lot of Volkswagen cars and Seat and Skoda. Leon did most of the work, I only helped, it's his daily job. A little tip which Leon told me is to put the heater in the car on, that way the coolant goes all the way to the car and not only the engine. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, share the video, leave a comment below. And if you like the videos together with Leon, leave it in the comments below as well. And we'll see you guys next time. And Leon, thank you very much for building.
No problem, sir.
See you next time.
Bye.